All right, we back for another episode of Oh Nothing Demand Everything. I'm your host, Chief General Hale. I got the one and only Dre Ali, Dre $. What's good?
For sure. How you feeling, bro?
I'm all good.
Yes, sir.
Good to have you on.
It's a blessing to be here.
Absolutely. Sure. Man, I had to, I just peeped your page out not too long ago. I'm like, you had a certain type of energy. You know, I think that's necessary and relevant, and it's a requirement for, people to see in general, especially the youth.
100%.
And also I see you was, of course, plugged in with the movement and stuff like that. So I'm supporting the unity movement 1,000%. Anybody doing anything of that nature in Chicago, so I just want to get a little insight on, what's your inspiration, what's your objectives, what's some of your background independently in relation to the unity movement. I seen something, a news segment on your page too. What was that about?
The news segment was it's a fatherhood program that I was running over in North Lawndale for an organization. But that's just one of the many, aspects of me and who I am that I had to, get my input on, right? Fatherhood. And I feel like that's the biggest component that's missing, right? In a lot of our households, we ain't have fathers, or fathers who weren't present, or fathers who weren't present mentally, you know what I'm saying? Because you can be there and not be there at the same time.
100%.
And so, like, just all of those things, right? And then my own experiences between me and my father, and how that translated into how I father my 3 children now. So it's like, that was just big for me to step into that world. And then that just came off of people seeing me who knew me and was like, hey, man, that's a real father right there. Let's put him in, let's elevate him in this space. You know what I'm saying? So it just went from there. But unfortunately, I'm no longer with the organization doing that. But at the end of the day, it don't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Being a father don't stop, because I'm not there no more.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna change my objective or not push my narrative. And it's really going into it, I was like, in our communities, like I just said before, we have the understanding that a lot of fathers weren't there. But if you want to be honest, that's a real small number of, that's a small demographic of people who not active in their child life. So it's like right now today, black fathers are more active than any other race of people, in their children's lives. And so I had to make sure that was prevalent and that was known, that we are here.
Yeah.
That we are standing on the business and making a change, for sure.
Absolutely. What do you think are the big setbacks or hurdles or conflicts with, fatherhood in our community?
Bro, misunderstanding. And that's in terms of like dealing as far as like relationship dynamics. But other than that, the system's set up. It's designed a certain way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For a certain reason, right?
Sure.
If the protector ain't there, everything else food.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so they knew what they was doing.
You take out the head, the body falls.
100%.
Yep.
And so, you know what I'm saying? It's systematic. That's a huge part of it. And then when like I said, the understanding, when there's a lack of understanding, when there's a lack of knowledge on these situations, you know what I'm saying? It's like you get it double, right?
Yeah.
So the system don't want me to be there.
Snowball effect.
My lady don't even know that the system is designed and set up to where, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Because
so a lot of times they look at us like, oh, you ain't standing on the business, but you don't even understand how it go on this side.
Yeah, because it's designed to be an inclusive benefit for the woman. That's why she sees shadows when she's looking back at you like, you the problem. You should have been. Sure. So it's a psychological warfare, systematic, psychological, financial, emotional. It's all aspects. We getting hit on every aspect.
Biochemical.
Yeah,
all of
they feeding us all type of wild shit. It's just all type of stuff. Like I say, the first level is awareness, to be able to identify the condition first, know that we are suffering, know that we have an issue, identify that, then we can actually productively work towards it, a solution. So what is your perspective as far as the politics and the streets, as well as things that are going on in the city and things like that with the politics in general? I heard the crime rate in Chicago, that's what I heard on the news.
No, for sure. So
has been down, 40%, 40%?
Yeah, 100%. And so the crime rate is dropping, right? But a lot of times we don't even see it because it's directly impacting our households.
Mm-hmm.
And so where it's like it may have dropped 30%, but a lot of times we don't feel it. I think right now, period, what they did with us was like they created fear, right? And propaganda around what was actually going on.
Yeah.
Right? So even if you look at the years before, 2022, if you look at all of these years, if you go back to the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the murder rate was the same, right? It's just the propaganda and it's just that's the narrative that they push, right? Yeah. And so whereas before, in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, you got people living freely because that's not the narrative that's painted. We all know it's bad outside. We all know you got to protect yourself from this, that, and the third, right? But I feel like once that drill scene hit Chicago, and it kind of was like, all right, you can't really ignore what's going on. That's how it was before. It's like, all right, who in the streets is who in the streets. Whoever out the streets is out the streets.
Yeah.
So you may not even know that somebody was murdered around the corner from you yesterday because you're not a part of that.
Yeah.
Now it's popping up on your Citizen app and you see what I'm saying? And so it creates a fear.
Yeah.
And this is why it's like, oh, well, the kids can't go outside. These the same blocks, these the same streets, right? And it creates it creates that energy, right? To where it's like, all right, now we fearful.
Yeah.
Now the kids can't go outside.
Yeah, where you get the name Chirac and stuff like that.
Exactly. And all of that was propaganda, brother. You know what I'm saying? Kind of diminish what we got going on. The culture here is a lot bigger than what, you know what I'm saying, we see.
Yeah.
And just for me, right, this might have been 2023. At the time, doing Amazon, what is it called? Amazon Flex, right?
Yeah.
Where you just pick up the package and deliver on your own. We had did a shift at like 3 o'clock in the morning. They send us to a neighborhood called Wicker Park.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I grew up on the west side of Chicago. Wicker Park ain't that far. Maybe like 15, 20 minutes. But I never really been over here other than, you know what I'm saying, just moving out because Chicago is so segregated.
Yeah.
Man, bro, I stepped out that car at 3 o'clock in the morning and it felt like, you know, that just that comfort that you get when you out of town.
Yeah.
When I stepped out, I felt that. I'm like, why it's so peaceful right here?
Right.
I put the package on the porch and get back in the car, right? And it's to the point to where now I got a tear coming down my face.
Damn.
That was my lady at the time who I was with. She's like, why you crying? I'm like, you don't feel that? Like, down the street where I grew up, it don't feel like this. My head on the swivel 24/7, and it just had opened my eyes to like, boy, the world bigger than what you've been living in.
A lot bigger than what you think.
The city bigger than what you've been living in.
Alone, yeah.
And so, bro, that really, it started, I was already going through a period of change and elevation and growth.
Looking and seeking.
And man, that right there had added on to it, and it was just like, whoa, step out your comfort zone. And so for me, a lot of stuff changed after that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's actually a very simple aspect, but impactful. You see what I mean? But you would have to already been at a point of like, I guess, desperately seeking. You see what I mean?
Awareness. I was aware of what was going on now.
Yeah.
And so I'm seeing it, but I'm like, whoa, this is different.
Because you can be so trapped into that box, you deflect that type of energy. You deflect. I know I used to have people, men and females, that, you know, I always been the type to try to bring people with me. You know what I'm saying? 100%. And they'll be anti, like, nah, I ain't with all that, man. You know, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on, just try it, man. Damn. Nah, man, you take somebody out to a good restaurant, man. What? I'll take you to a steakhouse. Why you ask for gyro meat?
You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? It's like stuff like that. It's like, but you can't, you can't afford, they got to be ready.
100%.
You know, they got to be ready.
100%. I just seen somebody gave me the analogy, like, all right, if a hawk snatched a snake off the ground, right? The higher up that hawk flying in the air, that snake just gonna die.
Yeah.
And they was giving me the analogy of like, you can't really pressure the people around you to be on what you on.
Nah.
Because they may not even be able to survive at the heights the way you going.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, it was like, whoa, all right, cool.
Now that's a hard pill to swallow, to be
100%.
honest, because I think we got. Well, I don't think we have attachment issues based upon to where we come from and the people that we come from. You know, that we grew up with. You know, because again, you want everybody to come. You want everybody to be able to board that flight, board that bus.
Yeah.
But everybody can't go. What I realized is that, you know, the best thing you can do is not necessarily close the door, continue on your journey, and allow the door to still be cracked, you know, for those that's ready when they're ready. If it take you 1 year, cool. 10 years, cool. You know, but there's rules to it, you know, because I got to protect my space. I got to protect my energy.
100%.
And you create this world now, and particular people that you're responsible for living this world.
100%.
Family, kids, stuff like that.
Oh, for sure.
So you got to protect that by all means.
All means.
So that means that I got a personal slogan or phrase. It's called I can love you to death, but I won't let you kill me.
100%.
I can love you to death, but I won't let you kill me.
I don't know if you said you had just saw my page. That's really like, that's the vibe and that's the state that I've been in.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's to the point to where now I'm elevating so much, and you get the people who pulling like, hey, boy, you leaving me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, hey, look, you're responsible. You know what I'm saying? You got to elevate too.
Mm-hmm.
I can't keep reaching back down here to grab you and pull you up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you just gonna start pulling me down.
Yeah, you got.
So, like you said, I love you, but hey, look, I gotta go.
Look, you got to be in reaching distance.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to go. I don't know. Other than that, I gotta cut the motherfucking line.
Gotta go.
You know what I'm saying? Or just keep climbing up because it's too much. Because it's not just me I'm holding up.
Exactly.
You know, and like I say, man, for me that was the hardest for me. You know, until I had the epiphany one day on reminding myself that just because I set, you know, boundaries for myself and for the people that I'm responsible for, is like that does not limit the amount of love I have for the people that can't necessarily go with me.
100%.
And whilst and because I used to get, it's like when you go to the point where you see more potential in the people than they see in themselves.
Sure.
You see what I mean? So it's like, but you get to the point where it's like you have to allow people to do them, to live their lives and make decisions. But now, so I support whatever you want to do, especially as long as it don't affect me personally. You know what I'm saying? But now I might not be able to go along with you. You might not be able to go along with me. It depends on if it complements each other or not.
Exactly.
You know, if not, you know, now I love you. You know. And we can do, you know, we might be able to kick it once a year, you know, here and there, and kick it like it's 2005.
Oh, for sure.
But you know, ain't no popping up at the crib, ain't no, you know, what you on today.
No,
We in two different worlds.
100%.
You see what I mean?
And I go through that like on a daily basis, and you know what I'm saying? I deal with it from every aspect, and it just be like, if you're not aware, you will find yourself giving in to what the people around you want.
Yeah, it's a contract. Everything's a contract.
100%.
You'll tie yourself into some shit you don't even know. People think that you have the privilege of contracting and being involved with people and things and not, but limit yourself from getting what comes with it type shit or avoiding what, you see what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like the analogy of like a woman thinking like, oh, you know, I'm gonna temporarily, you know, be a stripper, not knocking women. To do this, to go to college, just to do all these positive things. I'm going to use this to do positive things. But all right, that's cool. It sounds like a solid plan, but you don't realize it's not built to, it doesn't have like an in and out policy like 100%. That. You see what I mean? So because you're going to attract people in that world, right? And you're going to become more, because in order for me to have relations with you, there has to be certain aspects in which we relate to. Exactly. So what the fuck we relating on? You know what I'm saying? Whatever come in that circle. You know what I'm saying? 100%. It's like it's the difference between, I remember back in the day, you know, having a group, you know, when you come from being like just stupid broke type shit, it's like, okay, that's your surroundings. Like everybody around, we all broke shit. We trying to rub up a couple dollars, basic objectives a day. You know, let's I got 5, you got 5, you got 10. Shit, let's get some weed, let's get some drink. we good for the day.
We good.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll figure out a way to
Mission
eat.
accomplished.
Nah,
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? It's like, shit. You know, might have in the back of the day, you put a $5 in the tank, you can hit some blocks.
You hear me?
You know what I'm saying? We good. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But now, you know, stakes are higher. You know, standards are higher, goals are higher.
100%.
You need a little bit more.
100%.
You know, so
if you still trying to get that, you still trying to figure out how we gonna get the $10 bag of weed. I don't even need to be with you.
we
bro,
can't
I'm
have
not
this
on
same
that.
conversation.
For
That's
sure.
just like, it's like, thou should not judge. That's circumstantial.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, all right, if I ain't seen one of the guys in a minute, right? And it's like, and sometimes I have been a sucker for love, trying to reach back with people. Like I go a decade out, like let's see what bro on. But that's a very dangerous move.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, pop out the car, man. What's up, because man? Woo. I already knew it was game. It was game over. He was drinking on the 5th of Dimitri vodka.
He gone. He stuck.
I don't got to talk. We ain't got to talk about what's going on in your life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I need no explanation.
The fact that I was able to pull up right here and catch you on the same block.
That's the same spot, the same block, in a worse mindset, in a worse position than the last time I seen you 10 years ago. It was bad to have a bottle of Dimitri back in the day, let alone now. Now when we were shorties, we got away with Cokes, because 40s are Coke 45s, you know, some ice houses and shit like that, because it was cool just to drink, because we weren't supposed to be drinking that early anyway, probably. Right. You know, probably 19 years old, shit like that. But if you 21 plus and 30 plus and 40 plus, you drinking ice house, Coke 45s, E&J, we can't relate. No, for sure. Because there's nothing you can do to explain to me how that makes sense.
Sure. No, and I think that's big in our community, because a lot of people never elevate past that mindset.
Yeah.
So what was cool to them when they were 14 and 15 years old, they still think it's supposed to be cool at 34, 44, and it's like, hey, boy, you never elevated.
Mm-hmm. That's because their surround is never elevated either. Exactly. Because until you come around, it was normalized. Mm-hmm. You're the only person that think it's weird. You know what I'm saying? 100%. But that's why, you know, I like challenging people to really see what they're really on type shit, because it's like it's funny to see how people react when they go outside their comfort zone. You see what I mean? I love it. You know, it's like, you know, and they'll rather come up with a scenario where it's like, well, this is just what I like type. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, or if you sound like, yo, you might want to do this because, you know, shit, I mean, you got to think about your liver now. You got to think about all these different conditions. Mm-hmm. Like we got to be conscious of what we put in our body. You know, we got to be conscious. It's just like simple, like, you know, I used to love 3 6 Mafia. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to listen to all that type of music and stuff like that. I still like it, you know what I'm saying? But I had to be conscious of what that does at the same time. You see what I mean? So it's like, you know, ski mask over my skull. But what was I doing when I was listening to that music?
Come on now.
Doing shit that related to that shit. What was I attracting? Shit that related to that shit. Because that's the energy that I was enduring that whole time.
It's a cycle, bro.
Yeah.
And I tell people that all the time. I literally was just saying that last night. Like, they was asking, like, what do I do to, you know what I'm saying, help with my mental health, and how do I deal with it? I'm like, you got to pay attention to what you ingesting. Mm-hmm. Not just food-wise, but like you said, what you looking at on social media, what you watching, what movies you watching, what you playing on YouTube. All right, cool, what I'm listening to. Bro, I had to do a whole 360, like, even once I realized, like, all right, I'm going to move like this. Like you said, out of habit, I'm still listening to the same music. Mm-hmm. It ain't take for me, all right, my daughter on the way, and I'm just riding one day thinking about it, and I'm like, I can't play this while I'm riding in the car with my daughter.
That'll do it.
So now I had to switch the whole dig to where now, if you click on my phone, you ain't gonna see nothing but R&B and Afro beats, and you see what I'm saying? A whole different type of wave, a whole different type of vibe. Mm-hmm. To the point to where now it's like when I'm grabbing the shorties and I'm grabbing the young soldiers and I'm putting them in the car, they see me dressed a certain way, or they feel my energy, or they may have known me from a certain time, so they don't even be expecting. They get in the car, they be like, man, bro, what's this? Yeah, I'm finna change your whole, because it ain't what you think it is. It's a whole different level that we on up here. Listening to certain stuff, just don't even get cut. Like, I had to tell I grabbed one of my homies. We riding, in the process, I had to pick up my little sister. Now, the vibe that we was on, while it was just me and him riding, that was cool. Mm-hmm. As soon as my little sister and her friend get in the car, hey, boy, change that.
Yeah.
He like, huh? There's young women in the car.
Exactly.
we got to be able to switch. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you got to be conscious of all of that. Because if you ain't, then it's crazy.
I remember like back in the day, remember it was cool to ride 4 deep in the car.
100%.
Like we riding.
100%.
Bro, I'm so.
That was 50 Cent who said that. He said we 4 deep in Grandpa's Cadillac.
You know what I'm saying? It was cool. We thought it was cool.
100%.
But now it's like that shit was goofy as hell. It was goofy as hell.
Then we be mad when we get pulled over. But it's like, what 4 niggas doing in the car together?
I had to be the one to get pulled over on a long cold night in Roseland on 112th and Wentworth, and with 4 niggas in the car and a nigga in the back and the nigga throwing a gun up under my back seat. Oh, I get it now.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? 100%. So now it's like my dumb ass. I'm supposed to been on my way to college. I would have been back. I would have been designing video games in 2003, right?
For sure.
Instead, I'm getting booked for a gun, and I'm still sticking to the code, being a real nigga. I'm looking at the nigga who gunned it is, looking at my the cuzzo. We saying the same thing without saying it. Like, oh, this nigga ain't gonna say that, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So who gunned it? It ain't mine. You know what I'm saying? Bro. It's like, don't worry, he gonna come. All right, but real niggas don't. You realize what real nigga shit is, type shit. You know what I'm saying? And you get to learn who are real, who you can classify as a real friend, and who's a real brother,
who's a real man,
and you got to be a real man. You know what I'm saying? To stand on man principles.
100%.
You know, so, but again, it goes being ignorant to the fact, and having less amount of people experience, we just go off of, we choose people based upon right? 100%. Or maybe even false identity, right? It's like, cause we, again, young, just doing shit type shit, living life type shit, and then, we'll ride with niggas to the boots fall off, to the wheels fall off, not even knowing who we fucking with type shit. You see what I mean? It's like, and they'll ride with you as long as you playing this same game down here. When you start, like say, going up with and stuff like they can't go with you, and the relationship can't. Now we can still be cool, because you can still have. I have brothers, have sisters that that's my brother. That's my. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Bro. But you got to meet me where I'm at.
100%.
You got to meet me where I'm at.
100%.
That's it. That's the only rule.
What you on, bro? Let's kick it. Meet me at the gym. Meet me at the gym. Where else?
Force their ass to be productive and shit.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna force you to be.
Yeah.
And then once you come and see, like, oh boy, he don't be playing. Yeah,
nah,
all right.
Hell nah.
Yeah, stay away.
Nah. Yeah. I swear to God, I used to have a tactic. I swear to God, like, because there's a few people that you gotta like, damn it, kick off you, like, come on, man. But that's a strategy, with as far as people management. It's like, all right, if you have an attachment, or if somebody has an attachment with you that's a huge conflict of interest, all these ties together and shit like that, sometimes the best way is to do some shit that challenges them so much that they detach themselves from you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's why I just randomly do shit. Even though it's not just for them, it's for me too. No, so I'll challenge myself and push myself into a whole different arena, because now I ain't stop you from coming, exactly. Right? No, sure. You know where I'm at. Bro. But it worked every time, No, it just, then you create this new way where it's like, first they be mad, you know what I'm saying? But then they be like, you know what? That's what bro on. Then they all get over.
You ain't got no choice but to understand.
It might take a year or so, but they understand.
And I just had said this too. I'm like, if me doing what's best for me offends you, get away from me, because I'm not sorry.
You got to.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm tough love. I'm tough love, brother.
100%.
I'm tough love, brother. 100%. Like we gotta go outside or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's all tough love. I don't know how to do nothing no other type of way type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but like I say, that it's like love. That love thing is like a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then I made all the mistakes of the to-dos and don't. Another do and don't. Don't ever risk the fact of bringing your new group of peers, friends, and brotherhood in the same room with the old ones.
For sure.
Because what's going to happen is the old one's going to feel some type of way. Mm-hmm. The old ones gonna stir up some shit and do what they do best. The old ones don't know how to kind of like, blend in with that. You see what I mean? They gonna feel offended. They gonna feel like, who the fuck is this? What the fuck? Who the fuck this nigga think he is?
You don't even know him.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they start throwing all type of shit. Nigga, I know you for 25 years, nigga. You just met this nigga a year ago. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But time is only time.
It's relative.
It's irrelevant when it's come to certain things. It don't take a long time to see if you can trust somebody. It don't take a long time to see if you can't trust somebody and stuff like that, or to accomplish things in certain areas with self or with people. But I did that dumb shit one day. That shit went so fucking left. My mans kept coming in the rooms, like the new school was here, the old school was in the back. I'm literally balancing two worlds at the same time. In the back, I'm trying to reincarnate the old fucking rap group and shit. We in the back, smoking squares and writing raps and shit in the studio. Then in the front, we back here thinking of future plans and endeavors and business and shit like that.
Bro, next investment.
You know what I'm saying? My dumb ass, I'm trying from both world back and forth, trying to balance both, right? You know what I'm saying? and then one of this motherfucker lingered his ass into the new world and shit and just gonna flop his ass down. The nigga's ignorant. You know what I'm saying? This nigga gonna flop his ass. You know what I'm saying? This nigga done got shot about 7 times and shit, so he ain't supposed to be walking right now, but he is. So he's like, man, just starts mumbling it's crazy shit. I'm like, bro, what did you want? Then see, the thing about love and then people not having control over their own mind and their spirit is very fucking dangerous. So it's like, bro must have looked up and interjected in the conversation again, because I'm trying to be polite and at the same time, like, bro, and give us a second type shit, and bro, just came back and knocked on the fucking door, like, hey, Razor, hey, next time I see you out, blah, 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 or I ain't scared of you no more. Some shit, like some random shit. You know what I'm saying? Next time I see you on 79th or some shit like that without that truck and this, I'ma kill you. I say, nigga, what? So immediately, interview off. You know what I'm saying? It's like I reverted back to old self. No. And so now old self is like, you gotta show me now. You know what I'm saying? It's like because I don't know how to accept that. How do I take that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm gonna take it serious. Exactly. So it's like nah. So it's like, man, now I'm grabbing guns, slamming shit on niggas' heads, and we finna go to 79th right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but now I got this dark cloud. So now, luckily, I got real brothers in the room to kind of manage this energy in the room. Like, yo, separate me, keep me, let's just. It was so bad, nobody could move that night. Like, both worlds had to stay. The energy could be so bad, it's risky to even drive home, because something gonna happen on the way home. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Because the energy is all fucked. Mm-hmm. You see what I mean? Because we got a nigga that's possessed in the family. We got to cut this demon out this nigga. Sure. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So it's like, it's best to just let's sleep this off type shit. And that's kind of what happened. And all I can remember is my brother, that transcended. He, I just hear his footsteps, and I hear his footsteps even now and shit, like walking like somebody in my attic and shit. But it's a hawk it's a hawk or an owl that stays up like in my attic somewhere. And he only, those are symbolic birds and shit like that. And if I'm going out of town, I come back, fucking whole hawk, whole owl sitting on my porch. Just like he's watching over. You know what I'm saying? So I know that's him. So it's like doing that same, dude, just walking past my room, because he basically, bro was sleeping in the back room, and I'm in my room in the middle, and they in the front room right here. Mm-hmm. So it's like he just monitoring. You know what I'm saying? I'm sleep on my back with my 38 in my hoodie, like, nigga, come in my room, I'm shooting in your fucking face, nigga. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep this nigga the fuck away from me.
No, for sure. That's why once you elevate, it's just so dangerous to even go back. Like, even with the love, because it's like, bro, you gonna drag me back into a space I don't even need to be in. See what I'm saying?
That's what I said. It's like the worst. You get to the point where your worst fear is really you. Like, I don't even want to be around nobody that's gonna do some stupid shit, because somebody will misinterpret your kindness.
For sure.
Because they don't know how to read. You know what I'm saying? You got just silly niggas out here. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Now a nigga that know better can read energy type shit. You know, like, you know, it doesn't matter because people like watch them niggas with them suits on. You know, watch them niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's like he had to survive through some shit to be able to walk in comfort now. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So like I said, ignorant nigga don't know no better. So he might fuck around, do some stupid shit. It might be an accident.
Exactly.
But let me stay the fuck so far away from that type of shit and them niggas because I don't know what I might do to protect myself.
100%.
You know, and my interest type shit.
And I think that's like that play big into why we don't even have no problem pushing what we pushing when we pushing the unity, like, cause everybody know, like, bro, you got to get to a certain point to even get here in the first place.
100%.
You can't even be peaceful if you ain't never, you know what I'm saying, been violent.
Mm-hmm.
How do that even work? If you ain't able of war and destruction, how could you even be peaceful? You just soft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like we don't even have no problem. People be asking me all the time, like, man, y'all don't know. We don't even deal with certain stuff. It's like the energy will let you know that this ain't that. Just know we on positivity right now.
Right.
100%.
Yeah, I think that's a that's a real thing because it's like I know people might question that, and it's like because in a certain perspective, technically maybe you are going to danger zones sometimes when you put yourself in a situation to even make peace at, you know, with other parties that you may have been in war with, or
100%.
you know you might be in the same vicinity of people that, you know what I'm saying, but when you truthfully really changed and, you know, elevated, and it ain't no fake shit. It's like and you have a sincere purpose and intent, you know, now you bring that protection now. It's like you really now, whatever happens, you know, and because of it's like when you know you moving, you know, in the aspects of, you know, whoever you classify as God or the creators or the universe, you know that universal energy is behind you. 100%. So if you in the middle of doing righteousness, you know, for the people, for the community, for the youth, it's almost like I dare you fuck with me.
100%.
Because low key, that's even worse now. You know what I'm saying? Now it's one thing to fuck with me if I'm on some bullshit too.
Bro.
You know, you got the basic levels of defense, but you fuck with a nigga that was built for war. And that's pushing for peace.
100%.
You might want to consider.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how it is. But I think that's the energy that comes with the territory. That's why people respect it, because you can't do nothing but respect it.
100%.
You know, it's huge violations if you go against that shit 100%. On multiple levels of laws. 100%. And people don't understand laws and codes. That shit seeps deep even on the spiritual aspect, you know. And then when you tapped in spiritually, because you can't do what you do without being tapped in spiritually and being tapped in with self. Sure. So it's like it's one of those things where I know damn well you probably didn't felt this shit before, where it's like you almost maybe something happened that damn near triggered some shit, an old spirit, an old emotion. You know, you got to have that beast inside you, but it's like, and you like, damn, where you really think, you know, instead of just automatically responding. You know, so it's that period of time, maybe that 24, 48 hours, you got to make a decision what the fuck you're going to do. And you'd be like, you know what? I'm going to give this one to the universe. I'm going to let them deal with it. I'm going to deal with this, that thing, or this person, or these people on a spiritual level, right? Because you know you're not gonna get tricked out your position. Exactly. And you know they can't fuck with you on that level. And that kind of fixes all, you know what I'm saying? Sure. So it's one of those real things. You ever had like a spiritual battle with somebody or you dealt with something on the spiritual level, you saw that shit play out right in front of you? It's like, it's like, they don't even.
100%. People just go to, hey, listen, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, but when you tapped in and you in tune and you knowing like, all right, I could do this, but it don't really benefit and serve who I am today. All right, cool. I'm going to leave that. Let God sort that out. You know what I'm saying? I don't even got to give you no energy because for what?
No.
For what? Like you said, I'm not finna trick myself out of my position. To win a battle with you that I know I'm going to win regardless, nah, it ain't even worth it. For sure.
So it's like picking and choosing, being a master. That's the master of self.
100%.
You know, a master of self. You know, really being able to really take yourself out from being in the middle of things. We're not meant to really be in the middle of anything. A master of self can't really be in the middle, because you have to be on the outside to be able to look
the
out,
whole playing field. That's the
above.
bird's eye view.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the bird's eye view. That's thinking, you know what I'm saying? That's seeing with your third eye. 100%. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All of that bird's eye view for sure. You got to be able to pull yourself out of the situation and to be able to assess it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, even walking in the rooms, I want to sit in a certain spot so that I can be able to assess everything that come through here.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
For sure.
100%. Now the room becomes yours.
Exactly.
It's like even if it's a foreign room, a new people and stuff like that, it really doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? You're able to kind of like I say, the position, proper position, strategic position is everything in every aspect of life. Properly positioning, strategically positioning yourself. To be able to properly dissect and receive whatever you're seeking to receive in that situation. And to me, it's like anytime we have anything can be an opportunity to learn. Any opportunity to learn is the opportunity to grow and to evolve, expeditiously.
For sure.
It's like every challenge is a new opportunity for that.
Sure.
Every single challenge.
Got to the point where I get the challenge. I challenge myself now.
You got to.
You see what I'm saying? Every day I'm doing something new. They'll call me like, "What you doing?" Hey, boy, I'm at hot yoga. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing random, out the blue, like off the wall stuff just because I need that challenge. All right, cool. Let me see what else I could do.
See, because that you didn't realize the secret.
For
See,
sure.
That's the secret of experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's half of the reason why we're so, I guess just, what do you call it? Isolated, in this box, just all simple shit like, remember before, what was this? Before pandemic, and right around time Uber and Lyft started popping, right? But remember, niggas that's from certain blocks and areas, you're really from over east, out west, south, whatever like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Most niggas, like I was a little different, but most niggas stayed in their area.
Yeah.
We didn't really do too much. I'd be out west, I'd be what. That was just me though. No. But it's like most people though, it's like they never. I know niggas that I can go right now, they gonna still be on the block right there.
They've never been outside of this little block. That's why I told you when I experienced Wicker Park, I'm like, down the street we killing for nothing. These people living in a $7 million home, and they kids get certain experiences and privileges. And I'm like, yeah, but they growing up right down the street from us.
Right down the street. That's what's wild.
Kill somebody over nothing, a couple dollars.
That's what's wild. That's what's wild. You know how crazy it is for that to even be possible? For you to be that close to a different world? That shit is crazy.
But it's the analogy of what they say when if you put bees or any, you know what I'm saying, they put something in a jar and put the lid on it. And you can't go, you know what I'm saying? They realize that they can't go out. Even when you take that lid off, they'll never steal. They thinking like, oh, I can't even go out of here.
Because they've been on so long.
It's been on for so long.
And you ain't seen a nigga go out.
Exactly.
So that's why it's like, you see a nigga leave. Like, that's why, I mean, even right now, bro, it's like my personal opinion is that I haven't seen too many people, it was a norm not to make it out, put it like that, sure. Right? So if a nigga made it out safe, right, it's because the nigga moved with his parents or some shit, at a certain period of time. The one nigga that probably went to school, another nigga went to the army, another nigga went to jail, another, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But other than that, the people that actually grew out of it and then just probably had kids and just casually a casual transition, I believe deserve some type of honors.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, and the people that took it a step further, like actually make an impact on not only on their lives, their family lives, and other people, is like those people deserve a voice and light, because the story behind. Okay, so how did you make it out? You see what I mean? That's a factor. So how did you survive? You see what I mean? Because everybody don't survive.
At all.
Like, so that's a
Majority
real
don't
question.
survive.
That's a real question. Like, so how the fuck did you do it? You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So anybody's story is educational.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And that could be added to the blueprint, hood survival kit. You see what I mean?
100%. I can give you bro, it was isolation.
Mm-hmm.
It was honestly just isolation. I had a conversation. With a young lady, and she told me, like, with the energy and the spirit that you have, you either gonna have to go do 10 or 20 years in prison. You see what I'm saying? Before you figure yourself out, or, you know what I'm saying, you gonna die doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
She like, so either sit yourself down or them people gonna sit you down.
Mm-hmm.
Right in the moment, I didn't get it, because a couple days later, I ended up in jail. And so then I'm sitting there, I'm like, damn, that's what she talking about.
The jail cell,
Hey,
something
listen,
else.
get me out of here, God. I'm finna sit myself down, for sure.
That jail
After
cell,
that,
something
man,
else.
I had to go into isolation for years, bro. People thought I was, you know what I'm saying? It got to the point where my lady was like, bro, you need some friends.
Yeah.
But you don't understand what I'm fighting against. You see what I'm saying? And it's hard for me to even explain it to you. So it's like, all right, I just got to ride this out.
Mm-hmm.
Isolated myself, bro, to the point where I had to fight everything, all of the lower parts of myself. I had to fight them and defeat them myself before I could even step back into the world to where it's like, because I'm realizing I'm getting certain phone calls and it's still bothering me. All right, cool. I'm going 8 more months not answering this phone.
That's yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so when you don't even have that, it's hard for a lot of people, because a lot of people don't even have the means to go and isolate themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I moved me and my family out an hour away from the, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
From everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you complete separation and isolation. That is,
For sure.
that was my way for sure.
Sure.
It's like
100%.
separation, like, and degrees of separation. The degrees of separation is based upon what you're dealing with,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe we have to have some form of degrees of separation with damn it everything and everybody to certain degrees.
For sure.
Now, some people are closer than most and stuff like that, but in order to maintain that true aspect of true self,
Mm-hmm.
there's still those, at least those spaces or moments of isolation, which is like, it could be in the form of daily meditation.
100%.
You know, yo, before y'all motherfuckers start calling me and emailing and all that shit, hold on, give me a second.
For myself.
Give me a second.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, because again, you get caught into that, you know, allowing somebody to just the power of being able to, the power of access, you know, whether it's by phone, physical, by phone, by text, email, social media. We have to control that shit. Just because this shit exists don't mean that you can just jump your ass in my motherfucking world whenever the fuck you decide
Whenever you
to.
want to.
People
be acting like I'm crazy, bro. Like, they be like, bro, why you stuck in the old day? No, I'm telling you. Just because we got phones don't mean you supposed to call me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if this was back in the day when I leave the house, you ain't going to talk to me till I come back in the house. So that don't mean now because I got this phone, I'm just supposed to answer 24/7 when you, no.
And then you're going to determine how fast I fucking answer respond? Nah, we're not going to do that.
Why it rings so many times?
We're not going to do that.
Hey, man, listen.
We're not gonna, that'll get you cut off. That'll get your lights cut off. Then you start making,
Sure.
that'll get your lights cut off. That'll get your
Sure.
service disconnected.
You hear me? Quick.
Nah, because I call that one thing an invasion of privacy. That you know what? That's actually my trigger to with anybody, like because I feel like, you know, I don't know, I feel like I'm back in that space where like somebody's like invading my space.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I respect space and I respect your space so much. I would never invade anybody's because I know how sacred that is.
Oh, for sure.
You know, but somebody want to just push themselves into your space and shit like that, or obligate you to them in their world at their time or their demand. That shit is like, I'm anti that. I'm like on so many levels. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's not fair to self, again, because it's all about respecting everybody's their own individual human being.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be the top priority. Self has to be the top priority in order for self to have the time, the energy, and the focus and attention to be at your optimum, you know, position for anybody else outside of self.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It's like, we allow, you know, the world to deplete us, you know, it's certain things that that's circumstantial to that rule, and one of which is kids. So if you got kids, you already got some people that's already gonna violate that rule anyway. You have to accept that.
Exactly.
That's the one that's
you gotta find that. You gotta find the time and the space in those parameters to where you can find time for yourself. People sometimes be like, bro, why you gonna be sleeping? Because I know majority of my day tomorrow I gotta give to the world. So this little time for myself, yeah, I could go to sleep.
Or I can get ahead.
I got to get done.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the gym, whether it's meditation, whether it's reading, whether it's journaling, whatever it is, I got to do this for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll find rest inside of that to the point where I'm recharged enough to where I can go back out and do whatever it is I'm finna do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And now you can mentally sleep. You can find comfort in sleep because you've accomplished what you need to accomplish for that day. Instead of steady, people have the illusion that we own time. The present moment is called the present for a reason. It's a gift. Mm-hmm. So I don't know nothing about tomorrow, but what I do know, what I got today, I already got this stuff on my to-do list. It's getting done today, at least to the greatest of my ability.
And I don't care about yesterday.
No, exactly. 100%. No, 100%. So it's like, but keep on talking about, just do it tomorrow. Just do it tomorrow. First of all, you gotta take advantage. If you still have the privilege and benefit of being young in spirit, mentally in spirit, it's like, and physically youthful. Mm-hmm. You see what I mean? You gotta take advantage because it's gonna come a time where it's like you're gonna have to just take your ass sleep.
For sure.
You see what I mean? But right now, it's go time. It's go time. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you sleeping for? You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It's too, especially if we already behind schedule. We already racially pushed back. I got double time to put in now.
For sure.
And it's like, and the biggest competition is self. It's never the nigga that's down the street, the nigga that's on social media is never, or if anything, my competitors are major organizations ran by Caucasians. What the fuck is Elon doing? What the fuck is on this nigga Jeff's mind, Jeff Bezos? Now, you know what I'm saying?
And then it get even deeper than that because it's like he ain't thinking about me for real.
Hell no.
He worried about what's on his schedule. So I gotta be the same way he focused. I gotta be focused 100% the same way. Just like you said, my only enemy is my inner me.
100%.
My only enemy is my inner me. 100% for sure.
Because you gotta train. Especially if you, because it's levels to everything. Because when you first find that strength to kind of pull away and create that separation, mm-hmm. and have that healthy balance. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, because many don't make it past that because you get caught into that solitude. The last time I did that, it was a dark wave, probably like 2009ish. That's when I moved from the Hundreds to Gary. That's when I ain't known them, but I thought move from Roseland to Gary was a step up and shit. I'm like, y'all niggas ain't got no Wi-Fi. Y'all ain't got shit. What the fuck is going on out here? You know what I'm saying? So I said,
to eat out here.
Yeah, I can't even tell motherfuckers when I'm trying to tell people to come to the crib. I gotta be like, where you stay? Just get off on Klein. I don't even say Gary. I just give them instructions.
For sure.
So it's like, but because of that, I'm not from around here. I'm definitely can't relate to these motherfuckers around here. You know what I'm saying? The rent cheap. That's why I'm over here, and I was trying to create some separation, mm-hmm. and I didn't do my homework apparently. And but I'm here. All right, this is my sanctuary for the time being, and I'm isolated from the outside world, from my immediate what's name. But of course, in the midst of that, they see that. Mm-hmm. The fuck is this nigga? You see what I mean? So it's a couple things I had to take care of over there. Sure. But it's like to set the tone. But it's outside of that, because I can't really, there's no grass outside and no Starbucks down the street or, no gym or some shit. It's like now my world is literally, I literally had black shades on my window, and, I fell into a pit, you know what I'm saying? It was so bad, where I think I did. Yeah, I think I felt to a point of depression and stuff like that because I was completely shut off. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure shit out, trying to, entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to, survive, on my own, no 9-to-5 job, none of that shit, or working a 9-to-5. I was doing a journeyman's program. That was probably the last thing I did. And I was doing, what was that school? On 35th and State.
What's that? ITT or what's that? I mean, not what is that?
Yeah, they had they had a journeyman's program for welding and stuff like that. So I was doing that, and we was getting like $300 a month, to do that and shit. You know what I'm saying? So of course you can't survive off that back then.
Exactly.
So, but anyway, I was going through like a lot of this shit is spiritual. So, I was going through like, but I put myself in that because that's vulnerable on a lot of different aspects because when your spirit is at a point where you're still having a hard time, self-identifying or identifying self, or trying to understand self, or you're seeking, you can vulnerably seek too.
No, for sure.
That's dangerous in the spirit world. So now you're dealing with different things. Because now you actually are facing deities, because they hungry for vulnerable spirits. They snatch your ass up. So man, so it got to the point where, I called the wars of the gods. Like it was me. I had to fight against these motherfuckers, like literally. But I kind of caused it too because what I was doing was I was practicing, different spiritualities and stuff like that, and I had like all type of different deities on altars and shit. All these niggas was in the same room with me and shit. But I wasn't. But I was always against worship. I'm not worshiping another deity. But so my thing was that I was giving honor and respect. What's up, G? What's up? You know what I'm saying? They ain't like that. They want you to choose. so these niggas probably had a conversation one day. Was like, you know what, man? Who the fuck this nigga think he is? Bro. Let's make this nigga choose. So all type of bullshit start happening in my life, and I'm like, and it's like, for about 5 minutes, I was about to break, and I was finna just pass that shit. Like, oh, y'all, you could take the wheel. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, fuck that shit. But I had to stop doing what I was doing, and I realized why that happened. Because I was still uncertainty with my direct connection with source.
No, for sure.
So I still needed third party validation in some type of way, or protection. You see what I mean? And I had to eliminate that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and just make it about that shit. So then got to the point where now, and then I went to the conspiracy theories hole, where it's like now I'm just learning all this shit. Like fucking, I got the damn projector screen on the wall. I'm rewinding the damn JFK video. Like, look, it was a nigga in the back that shot him in the head. Look, you know what I'm saying? So it's like all type of shit like that. Realizing the world ain't shit. We in a whole fucking matrix and shit. And I got kids. What the fuck I'm gonna do now? You know what I'm saying?
So
that type of shit.
I went through that period where it was just like, damn, this world's so fucked up. Like I was like, I don't even want to have no more kids. I'm like, this world, and then I'm like, all right, cool. You got to step outside of that. Man, this is what you make it.
100%.
So
yeah, you gotta make it. Yeah, that's the next phase where you realize, all right, these are the current circumstances, situation with this particular world that was created, but you still have the ultimate power to create the world that you desire.
Exactly.
And you had to really believe that and own that, and protect that. So you got 3 kids.
Yep. A boy and 2 little girls.
2. Oh, you really got challenged.
Man.
Oh yeah.
That'll
do it.
Tell me.
Oh, that'll do it. Oh, that'll do it.
Oh, for sure.
That'll do it.
100%.
That'll do it. Them girls gonna definitely teach you how to, control your energy, communicate. Sure. I know for me, boys is easy. You know what I'm saying?
100%. I said the same thing. Like with my son, we don't have no. It's just like, all right, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And you try that with the girls, it'd be like, over with, boy. You're not going for it. I'll let. Like with my son, if he see I'm serious, all right, whatever he said, go.
Yeah.
My daughter be like, I'll run this. No.
With a straight face?
With a straight face. No. No. That's her favorite word. No. I be like, man, bro. Boy. They show you how to, you know what I'm saying, how to maneuver, how to harness your energy, how to, you know what I'm saying, how to give control to get control. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's so... Man, it's crazy. And
you got to stand on shit with kids, and that's why you get to the point of realizing how much you learn that from kids. I think when you realize how much things actually influence the human mind. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hold on now, what you listen to, what you watching, hold on, what you learn in school. You know, you gotta retrain. Like, all right, now disregard this X, Y, Z. No, you're not gonna do. It's like all these. It's like, they sponges. Mm-hmm. It's like now you have and then it's a new opportunity. So now these are extensions from self that are now existing outside of self. So now, but it's actually a reflection in the mirror, and it's like now self gets the opportunity to relearn self once again from the ground up.
Mm-hmm.
So now as you're looking at that little boy and these little girls, it's like you're looking at yourself again, and relearning yourself through them,
For sure.
type shit. You know, I'll be sitting there just watching like.
That's all I do is watch them. You learn so much from just watching them. Like, I'm gonna let you do whatever you want to do, and I'm gonna just sit here and watch you do it.
You know, people don't know that kids teach you
Mm-hmm.
if you take the opportunity to relearn yourself.
For sure.
You know, just like you know, having your parents and stuff like that. You know, being able to identify certain things, and you're actually learning aspects of yourself, type shit. And you know, so I tell people like kids, like if you ever had a kid that there's a certain types of games that are like multiple players, like it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if your hide and go seek, if your kid is in the room by themselves playing hide and go seek, you better believe that they have an imaginary friend or some shit.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I always been tapped in spiritually, so I know when if my kid is having interactions and communication and stuff like that, you know, because like I got an uncle named Benny that he transcended, but it was a thing in the house. Like everybody knew his imaginary friend. His name was Mr. Johnson, right? So he stayed in the attic. So no, look, so every I don't know when the hell was his birthday, but Mr. Johnson had a birthday every year, like everybody else, right? And my uncle used to go upstairs to his birthday party. Nobody ever went upstairs with the nigga. I never peeked in the attic, but we all respected and knew that the nigga had a nigga named Mr. Johnson that stayed in the attic, and they go kick it.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like I used to tell these stories when I was a kid, like going to school and stuff like that, and like interactions, like my personal interactions with spirits and stuff like that. And I realized like this shit ain't normal, is it?
It ain't normal.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't normal.
It's like, but I pay very close attention to kids to make sure they not up under no spiritual attacks, to just, you know, like really, and because sometimes you gotta jump in and you gotta go fight that, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
It's like, because it could be one of your demons trying to jump on, and I'd be damned, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it's one of those type, you know. One day I thought my son, hold the fuck on. Like crazy ass crying and some crazy ass shit. Like, hold on.
For sure. You could hear the difference.
It's a big difference.
Big difference.
You know, I don't be undermining nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just because I know what's real type shit. You know, you can't unlearn what you know type shit.
For real.
You know, so it's like I think a lot of stuff is missed in childhood. That's basically the point. A lot of stuff is underlooked. 100%. You know, and when you become conscious, you gotta like go back to kind of assess, you know, self and self experience to really determine your makeup. You know, like there's a reason, there's ingredients to you.
Exactly.
You know, you know, when you go back and be like, oh, that's why I am the way I am. This is what made me. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Then those ingredients include people, things, experience, and all that other shit. You see what I mean? So, you know, it's different things that we can purposely do to do that. You know, like Dianetics. You ever heard of Dianetics with the Scientology org?
No, I haven't.
Yes, Scientology is like it's a religion, but it's like a rich religion. Like so, Tom Cruise, Oprah, they all was Scientologists and stuff like that. But it's a thing like where people, it's like they got bad press because they're known for having so much knowledge and information about the science of the mind that don't you know how like most religions have one book? They have a library of like hundreds of books and materials. Like so the dude called the leader was L. Ron Hubbard. So he was known as like an explorer, and that he just was a hoarder of all this information, but he was infatuated with the science of the mind. So he created this shit called Dianetics, and you do like these auditings. So you'll go in a room, literally, like if you've seen the movie Get Out, it's literally like this. So you go in a room, it's up north on Belmont, they got a church. So you go in a room, and then after you do a personality assessment test first, so they can see where you at. So that it's a chart that determines, your levels as far as emotionally, psychologically, all these different things. So,
Right.
And then you go into the Dianetics and you go into the small ass closet room with the person they call an auditor. And then the auditor sits there, and the objective is to come to a clear. You go to a clear by facing as many pain bodies as you have. So it could be from the first time you felt any aspect of pain. And then so you go to that point in time and you relive that moment over and over again. And then the auditor works like a librarian. Mm-hmm. So the more information you bring back, their job is to categorize it and put it somewhere, store it somewhere, mm-hmm. Organize it for you. Right. And then so once you deliver the information, they want you to go back in there and pull out more information. So the more you come back, now you're bringing up information that you had so suppressed you didn't realize, like, damn, to the point you can realize, the time of day, the temperature, how you was feeling, all these different things that the mind picks up that you become that store in your subconscious, mm-hmm. So it goes out to the point where some people relive being birthed, relive birth to the point where they start physically going through, as if they're going through, like, it'd be dramatic, type shit, sure. So I ain't gonna lie, I used to take, I used to have women go there before I date them, just to see if they can, just to see if they can deal with certain shit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think, but again, I did it because it was a challenge. I do as many things as I possibly can to challenge my mind and my spirit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, those are your decision makers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When it boils down to it, mm-hmm. And that determines your true character and who you are. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Like that spirit started telling you shit. Your mind started telling you shit. That's why it's like, you ever have it where it's, I know you do, where it's like, where you got to be so critical with purposely to decide who you decide to give access to 100%. To the point where it's like, it ain't even about you having a trust factor with that person. It's like you can trust. I can trust you. I just don't trust who the fuck you be around. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So 100%. Depending on the person, because of that factor, to me that's a risk factor because at some point in time you might get influenced.
100%.
You see what I mean?
100%. It's crazy you saying that. I literally just, you know what I'm saying? Just went through a situation like that, and I'm like, hey, you don't see the fault in that? All right, cool. I got to put my hands up.
You got to take note.
For sure.
You got to notate that.
Because it's like, hey, you ain't even paying attention. And what you do affects me because you so close in proximity to me. You see what I'm saying?
That shit leak over. Everybody that's in that has access become, it's like insurance policies. Mm-hmm. We should be insured. Well, if they not, they need to get rid of them, or if not, that means they're liabilities.
Right.
So these assets are either our insurance policies that we consider human resources. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's our goal. We give value, we hold value, we expand value. You see what I mean? So anything outside of that, but again, this is the same reason in psychology why, like elite people, or groups, they want to meet your wife. They want to meet you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They don't really give a fuck about, but it's because they need to know.
It tell me a lot about you. 100%. It tell me a lot about you.
Because she is you and you are her. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go home at night, who you sharing your thoughts with?
Exactly.
You see that bit?
100%. And people don't even understand the importance of it. Like, damn, bro, I don't even want to. All right, anyway. Person telling me like, man, you acting like a lineman is the only issue. I'm like, that's the biggest issue. If something that you're doing does not align with me, I gotta compartmentalize you. There's no other way around it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, the car don't start if it ain't aligned properly. If these tires ain't aligned properly, you gonna swerve off on you. Now you know what I'm saying? So people are downplay it because they don't understand the importance of it. It's like, bro.
Yeah, especially if you're talking about some shit that's beyond you. If you talking about if it's out of because it's one thing to be out of alignment with me personally. So personally, it's like personally, I cannot give a fuck, right? But if that could be a conflict of interest that doesn't align with my mission, I have a problem.
for sure.
You see what I mean?
For sure.
Because that's beyond me. Now you're talking about kids, family, legacy, and shit like that.
Everything.
You know, and we cannot afford no infiltration.
100%.
So, and people don't get that. But that tell you right there, they're not built for that. You know,
100%.
or they're not ready for that because they would know
100%.
that shit matters.
For sure.
That's why. That's like even with the Italians, every group do shit different. Like the Italians, like my Italian buddies, Johnny, and Jesse. So I was the melanated man. Then Johnny's the Italian, and then Jesse is the Asian. So we had a name for each other and shit like that. So, but I learned a lot with that dynamic. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you learn how it's just so many differences and stuff like that. Now, you know, Johnny Italian. So we go out, we drink, we downtown, shit like that. You know, we think, you know, are we finna pop a bottle type shit? That's us drinking. You know, these niggas drink way different than us. They got drinking budgets for the month. Like they will get you slapped to a point that have you thinking about your life.
No, for
you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like so Italians, they get mad. It's part of their whole business their process on considering people to do business with them. Like here go a shot of whiskey. You know, here go a bourbon or old fashioned or Manhattan or some shit like that. And yeah, your ass better drink up. You know what I'm saying? And because they want you to be in your real self. Mm-hmm. They consider that your real self, like the slogan they say, the truth come out when you drunk, shit like that. So it's like, they want you to be happy because you got to be able to see that. You got to be able to tell that. You know what I'm saying? How does a person act and respond up under these conditions? 100%. You see what I mean? That's a factor.
100%.
You know, it's like different shit. Like, oh, let's go out. We finna go. People be doing different shit, but it be a science behind that shit.
100%.
You know, where it should be so intentional, and then a person can be dropping the ball not even knowing it, type shit. Like you dropped the whole,
100%.
failed on the whole play. You don't even know you got
They don't even be knowing they being tested half of the time.
Always a test.
Always.
Especially if you dealing with motherfuckers that of high value. Mm-hmm. You know. Because they trying to figure out if they can trust you. Trust is a very important factor in this society in the world. Trust.
100%. If you look, the business structure that protects you in life is called a trust.
Say it again. It's called a trust.
A trust.
It's called a trust.
You know what I'm saying?
If you a motherfucker that can't be trusted, how the fuck can we organize a trust within each other? Now. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Yeah. Now you talking. It's a trust.
And that go. I watch people like. I'll just talk and we have conversations and I listen to what people say. And then it'll be something that may be pertaining to you. Like, I want to do this. But then I'm watching you and I'm seeing like, all right, you don't want to do whatever it just says you want to do because you're still doing that. All right, cool. Like you say, nope. 100%. 100%.
It's like somebody tell you like, damn man, you a hard man to catch. Not really.
Not really.
You just got to be in the space. You got to be on. If you are on the same wave, frequency, and vibration, you know where I'm at.
Exactly.
My state. You know what station I'm on.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
But yeah, now if you're a motherfucker that's operating, on a non-stable channel. Don't you remember back in the day with the you be trying to get channel 50, but that should be channel 48, channel 51.
No, for
you
sure.
got the aluminum foil and shit. Nah, you need to be tapped in solid on the solid, stable frequency. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody hard to find. We're available and accessible. And to be honest with you, I'm more accessible than the fuck I need to be. But I'm still giving grace.
For sure.
And still, just trying to give back type shit.
I be trying to break it down to people and people be like, man, I'm like, man, we ain't on the same frequency. What you mean? Like, it's people that you live next door to that you don't see ever. And they live right next door to you. But then it'll be somebody who live across the city on the other side of the state, and y'all always bump into each other. How is that?
100%.
We on the same frequency.
100%.
So if I ain't bumped into you nowhere, understand we ain't on the same level.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's the same rules apply even with the dig. It's like, like I said, we tapped in, but we're here together. Because it's the same frequency.
Sure. So
when I wasn't on your page as long as I need to be. I recognize your frequency. I recognize. Sure. You see what I mean?
Sure.
Bring brother. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's like I've met and I've been like that my entire life. So I can meet somebody from like I've met several people that instantaneously became like my god brothers.
100%.
Like, because you got blood, then you got people that like your spirit brothers, your spirit sisters, shit like that. Like, it's not even explainable. You know what I'm saying? And y'all might not even hang out a lot, kick it a lot, but it's like, it's a certain type of chemistry, you know, that comes along with the dynamic of that relationship.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, and it's mutual respect. What's understood only need to be explained type, you know.
Majority of communication is nonverbal. So if we gotta constantly communicate and have these words back and forth with each other, all right, we ain't even on the same page in the first place.
Look, and if we have to continue to have conversations every fucking day in order for the relationship or brotherhood to be real to you, then that's because it's like, so that means that so if you're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing, we don't talk for a year, that means you less than my brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. People be crazy.
It's like,
crazy,
no, it's like, no, when we catch up,
No,
you know,
sure.
like we never left, you know,
Sure.
That's it. You know, it's not people take your shit personal, you know, like you're doing something to them. You know, like, what the fuck? Like, oh, that's what we on? Hold on. That, you know, that's the number one law. Like, oh, that's you on? Are you acting funny?
You acting funny.
You acting
People
funny.
say, well, you acting different. For sure.
Oh, for sure. I strive to.
100%.
Strive to.
For sure.
On a
For
daily
sure.
basis.
And I'm not acting. I'm
Yeah,
different.
exactly.
100%, what? I'm different.
Shit.
And if you ain't, there's a problem in that. What we doing?
It's okay too.
What we doing? People be like, man, you ain't tell me Happy New Year. Okay.
Damn. Can you imagine? That's a huge responsibility to put on somebody, bro.
Crazy.
Because that means that same thing has to apply with every motherfucker that you know. So that means you ain't gonna be celebrating New Year's because you be on the phone all goddamn day.
Come on now.
Like, god damn.
Come on now.
Yeah. Getting caught into that matrix. All right. What's one of the most, I would say, what's the most different experience what's the most like significantly different experience that you've had that was like, this is interesting?
In terms
It could be
of
an
what?
activity, it could be a place you went. Like, what kind of, like, you know, sparked something else in you? Because it seemed like you evolved from, you know, from everything that come your path.
No, for sure. I more so don't even feel things that are like different.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm realizing now is I'm in a state of like remembering who I am.
Gotcha. So it's more.
So it more so stuff feels familiar
I got you.
to me than feeling different.
That's the conscious way.
So that's why when and I told you, I'm like, man, I want to ask you about some of this stuff I see in here because it's like some of this stuff resonate with
I
me.
know what you're talking about. Yep.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I more so have experiences like that where like, all right, this feel, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This feels similar.
And that's part of that right there. Yeah. So that's it, because
sure.
it's like it's more data, you know, awakening data. You know what I'm saying? It's like where you don't know, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? It's like, it's almost like those. I got two little statues of pharaohs on my fireplace.
For sure.
And one of them my grandmother got me from wait, how did I get the other one? I don't know. One of my grandma brought me back from Africa, and I believe she got me the other one from Egypt, or I got the other one from somewhere. But basically they're like they're the same identical one, but they're different as far as, because it's manually carvings on the back of it type shit, and it's like for like the first 10 years I only had this one. And then the other one, but they came from all these wild. This one came from Africa. This one came from, you know, Egypt. You know, and it's like, all right, I got both keys now. You see what I mean? 100%. And then I still don't understand fully but I know it's a part of the puzzle. 100%. You see what I mean? No, and I just put it in this proper place. 100%. You know, and that's kind of what it is. Like I'll just store shit, knowing that it has a place somewhere. For sure. You know, and at some point, you know, I'm gonna need it. Exactly. You know, and that's kind of what it is type. You know, I kind of like, you gotta see to it, like this is how you awaken higher aspects of self. Mm-hmm. You know, you start remembering shit. Yeah. You know, it's like you know, even with like the new network we developed, you know, for the tribe, you know, it's like I never knew it was gonna turn into being like, the name of it is Zion, and Zion is the world that was created for the people that were in the know, that were conscious, the people that were trying to escape the matrix, So Neo, was found by Morpheus and taken to Zion, and now, Neo is one of my nicknames. So people call me Neo, and now I'm Neo creating Zion.
That's correct.
Which is a digital nation on fucking line type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, how did we get here? But then it's like, now I go back, but it's like knowing but not knowing. It's like I'll know where I got to go for the next answer. Like, this is like literal sense. Like, so like yesterday, it's like, all right, even though I got distracted yesterday, but I know I have to go back. I have to go back into the matrix to find my next key or what I need to do next. Now that I fell into this world of the Zion that I happen to be the architect of. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. So now it's like, I'm looking for the Matrix on Netflix, Hulu, nowhere to be found. So I'm like, why the fuck is no Matrix series on none of these platforms? Oh, they trying to fuck with me. Don't worry, I'm gonna pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So you can buy it on YouTube, whatever like that. So I bought it. So now I had to go back from Matrix 1 and go all the way on to the final Matrix and realize the shit that I missed. And one of the things that I missed is the fact that I already knew when the Matrix first came on, I identified that all those numbers were actually identified people because they were all 9-digit numbers in sequence. And Sector, I think that's the name, the bald head guy. And when he was looking inside the computer, Neo was like, how do you know what how do you know what how do you know what's what? He's like, oh, at this point I don't even see numbers anymore. See that? He's like, that's a brunette. That's a that's a Arab, but that's blah blah blah. He started identifying different people, So that's how I knew they were people. But then now watch it again. Now they're not only people, but it's also they're computer servers. So it's computer servers, and when Neo met Morpheus, when they had that scene, when they had that, it was all white background. It was in the TV right there, and he was like, this Neo. He's like, is this real? And he was like, what is real? Then he was like, this is a simulation. Now, back in the day, this shit came out like 99, 98, something like that. We heard the word maybe. We didn't know what the fuck that actually meant. But now we're in the world of the metaverse and AR, VR, all these different aspects of reality where it's like now a simulator is now more common. We understand what that means now. We can tie it to something. So now then another big significant thing he said, which is why I know that people, that they removed the Matrix from all these platforms, is that he said there's going to come a time and that the basically the world is going to be recreated, and it was going to be a war with the machines, and it's going to be an evolution in relation to the machines, and we're going to the world of AI. Now, I've watched The Matrix at least 336 times. You know what I'm saying? It's like for educational purposes.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've met the woman that wrote The Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Sophia. And that was symbolic. You know what I'm saying? It's like how. And then when I first met her in person, that was me actually physically meeting her. I was introduced to her. She found me through somebody else to help her fight the RICO case she had against, I think, Warner Brothers and people that stole the shit. Yep. So it's like why the fuck she seeking me? What the fuck? It's like, but again, some people call me Neo. No, it's sure. Like so it's like what is real? Like it's like you do know we can be in the fucking simulation the whole time, and self is constantly calling your name. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's because technically that's the aspect of true consciousness for all of us. Like it's like you identifying, you are the one.
Exactly.
And accepting that and not going against it. And it's like and stop letting motherfuckers call you Mr. Anderson.
Sure.
Mr. Anderson. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, and they once said that nigga was like, my name is Neo. You know what I'm saying? You block the motherfucking bullets, man. That shit is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't even faze me no more.
100%.
So it's like, so that's my homework. That's my real life homework. And it'd be like, but if you talk to anybody about that, Oh, it's just a movie. Ain't nothing about that. It's just no motherfucking movie.
Ain't nothing that we see just, you know what I'm saying? It's always more than what it's perceived to be. Don't ever think it's a game.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever think this a game, man.
Definitely. And it be the shit that they want us to perceive as entertainment or just a game. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a part of the law. I got to tell you what I'm doing so that I don't reap the, you know what I'm saying, the repercussions of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I tell you I'm going to slap you, then I slap you. Ain't nobody mad at me for slapping you. I told you that.
Right.
100%. And
Yeah.
so it's like they put it plain in our face.
Yeah.
They say if you want to hide something, put it in plain sight.
The truth always lies right in front of you.
100%.
You know, so it's always double, like because you say lie as far as lie down, or lie as far as motherfucker. Truth always lies right in front of you.
Right in front of you.
Right in front.
100%.
Everything is always double.
On that note, I'm switching the hat. What do you say?
All right, what hat you putting on now?
Now, this right here, this my brother clothing brand. It's loyalty is everything.
Okay.
Right, but it's a double entendre because it's like, what is loyalty? It's a lie.
Wow. See,
You know what I'm saying? It's a lie. So, man, bro, it's like, even with that, it's just like, when people see it, they're like, all right, cool, loyalty is everything. And people will take that like, oh, okay. But now I'm loyal to myself. I'm loyal to God. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, for sure, loyalty is everything, 100%.
What's been some of your biggest, I guess, what's one of your biggest goals and what's been one of your biggest challenges with reaching that goal?
Well, I'm going to start off with I don't even see challenges, man.
Again, I love it.
For real, I don't even see challenges. But really, my biggest goal is, like I said, discovering more of myself and understanding and remembering who I am. Because I know once I do that, everything else is just going to fall
It's over.
at my feet. Like, people ask all the time, like last night, for example, the man was like, one of the youth asked me, like, how did you start your career?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it started when I was born.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I've been who I was.
Mm-hmm.
It's just figuring out, okay, which lane do you execute this in, and what's this, and understanding different things. So it's like I don't even look at, like I don't even see challenges. And that's my biggest, like I said, my biggest thing is myself. Because I know once I figure that out, all this, man, none of this mean nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, that's really what it is. My biggest goal is constant elevation of self. You know what I'm saying? Constant understanding of self.
I'm a knower of that. I don't like,
Sure.
I don't like losing the word believing. If you know,
What's
you
in the
know.
middle of that? Lie.
Yeah.
I ask people all the time, I'm like, hey, you believe in God? They be like, yeah. I be like, okay.
Bookmark.
No.
Book.
No, for sure.
Yeah. So my thing is, that's definitely a huge fact as far as being asked that question. Is that question as far as the inception of it, and because everything still leads or has led to it or now, right? And it was relevant towards it, and then the second aspect of it is like when somebody asks, especially people that maybe I guess get the opportunity to be able to watch you firsthand, and they feel like, oh, you work too hard, you always work, you always like, when is it gonna be enough, and when are you gonna, when are you gonna, retire? What do you? I don't understand.
What do you mean? I don't even operate in that mind frame to where it's like, one day I'm gonna stop doing this and I'm gonna just chill.
It's the difference between a job career, and a life mission.
No, for sure.
It's like,
that's what it is, bro. I'm on a life mission, bro. And so none of the other stuff, I always wonder, like, why don't I care about certain stuff? Like, even to the point, when we was in high school, getting a car was like the coolest thing that people was on. They like, bro, I don't care about a car.
Yeah.
And it ain't even what I want. I've never dreamt about a Toyota. Why would I even want that? You know what I'm saying? I want a Bugatti or something. If that ain't in my reach, forget a car. We gonna figure out we gonna get to where we going.
Right, 100%.
So it's like a lot of stuff has never mattered to me, and I didn't understand why then. But it's like now in the space I'm in, I'm like, oh, okay, it's because really you bigger than all of this. You know what I'm saying?
And I think you have to go through the phase of acquiring certain things to get it out your system, to learn how you identify yourself with it. And if you pass that test of self, because some people acquire things and become those things they acquire. You see what I mean? They
100%.
identify with that shit. Like you got a nigga that cannot leave out the house without that chain on. You got a nigga that will not talk to no females without being in his car. You know what I'm saying? You got, it's little shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's an identity crisis. That's an insecurity.
100%.
A lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, which is another thing with meeting people and giving access and joining people. You have to build with people and grow with people that already have grown past certain things. You see what I mean? Because if you've noticed this, right? If you don't do that and you allow somebody in your space and in your circle, and then they start acquiring the things that they never had, you got to see how people are going to act off of getting access to things they never experienced before, right? You know it's a trigger. So shit come out of people like niggas start getting a little money, niggas start getting a little popularity, niggas start getting if a nigga ain't never had no females like that, you got to start watching, especially when it comes to money and females.
For sure.
Especially females.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You got to see how a motherfucker going to be when that shit's around. You know what I'm saying? See if they going to not only take care of the business, still be their authentic self, and still protect your interests. You see what I mean?
100%.
Sometimes you can be in a situation where you essentially create a monster.
Yeah.
Because you done brought a motherfucker in the whole world and turned the nigga up that ain't ready to be turned. You know what I'm saying? That can't deal with the
100%.
Can't deal with the sauce.
At all.
Nigga, too much
lost in it.
lost
in the sauce.
Like for real. And you know what? That happens more often than you think type shit. It for the majority, honestly.
For sure.
It's only a few people that make it out there, to be honest
100%.
with you.
People get a job title and go to feeling like they bigger than what they hey boy.
And lose sight on the mission.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I have a thing where, all right, if I accomplish something new, I make it through a new feat in life, I'm going to take a second, maybe a day, acknowledge myself, pat myself on the back, congratulate myself, but I'll accept a couple of the, you're so smart, you're this, you're that, but I'm so I'm uncomfortable taking compliments like that because I don't even want to allow self to feed into that. You see what I mean? It's like, because that's cool, but I got so much more to do. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's cool, but I got so much more to do. You see what I mean?
To the point where, like, all right, boom, I'm at the organization I was working for. I would do certain things and I'd come back in and people be like, man, you ain't, like, yeah, you did it. You big time now. And I'd just be like, okay. But they don't understand it. Like, bro, that's small compared to what I got to go accomplish.
Because you can get stuck with that.
100%.
You'll be stuck right there. You'll take that crown. You'll be like, I done did it. I'm the man. Especially if you done out-accomplish your inner circle.
For sure.
And to me, that's not hard to do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But now here comes the other part of self that resides in everybody in aspects. It's called ego. Right? So, but that motherfucker got to be managed. You know what I'm saying? Because that motherfucker would just take over everything type shit. And it's like, where, man, I know so many people that have the, the potential to be 10 times greater, 10 times more impactful, not only to themselves, for everybody. And I'm always thinking about, my thing is like this. I don't give a fuck if this shit make money, right? All right, everybody, well, we can make, okay, cool. We can make some money, cool. But that's not the main objective. And then not, it doesn't excite me if it only benefits me. Right. Now, if it can make some money, if it can benefit me, and I can use that to help empower others, let's run it.
Go.
Let's run it.
Let's go.
Let's run it.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm also not going to be comfortable in the box or in the world or in the room because I'm the smartest in the room, I'm this in the room, and nobody challenges me and shit like that. You got a lot of men that feel comfortable with that, they're superior with that, and
I'm the smartest in the room.
A nigga will not leave. A nigga will not leave. You invite him out, he won't leave. Like now you're like, I'm gonna stay. Even though you like, bro, if you do that same shit you're doing over there, bring it over here, bro. Bring it over here with these white folks. Do what I'm saying. He's like, nah, they not gonna come. It's like because now they can't deal with the fact of going from being a nobody, being a somebody in this world, right, to going back into another world and being a nobody again.
Yeah.
Where somebody what's that song? Where everybody knows your name. Like oh, if you don't go when everybody knows your name, you don't feel right, huh?
No, for sure.
You know, like come on, man, let's conquer new territory.
Yeah, you could tell, like, all right, that ain't even really in you.
Mm-hmm.
See, me, I could walk in a room where don't nobody acknowledge me. I still know who I am.
That still don't take away from me.
It don't at all.
I could be in a room full of masters and legends. I love it. You know what I'm saying? And yes, now I'm in a position to be challenged on multiple levels. Cool, but that still don't take away from me who I am.
100%.
Because I know that I can still you know, enhance somebody else's perspective in a certain aspect and shit like that. So it's like people think that it automatically degrades or devalues them. That's the challenge between, you know, other kings getting together doing shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like damn, like come on, we should all be able to strategically move on one chessboard while managing others.
100%. And that's how I look at everything. Like, it ain't about me. I could score 1,000 points. If we lose, we lost. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So any room I'm walking into, it's like, all right, I look, who on my team? How can we win? You know what I'm saying? My brother Young Will said it yesterday. He like, man, bro, thank you. But it's because I walked in, I see he finna go on the stage. But everybody standing around like everybody going on stage. No, brother going on stage. If you ain't feeling, I hear you want a seat. You need some water. Man, give me your bag. I'll hold your bag.
Right, be of service to your brother. Why it's his turn. He up right now.
Exactly.
It's been times
we gonna win. I told him, I'm like, hey boy, he was sick, right? I'm like, man, it's the flu game. Look at it like that, but it's the flu game. I got your back on whatever you need. We're going out there and score.
Gotta perform.
We got the win. It's the flu game. Come on.
Let's do it.
And people are looking like, if you know me, you know, like, I give you the shirt off my back, the food off my plate. We trying to win. Anything other than that, like, I don't even be, and you got to be able to recognize that, and people like, all right, he ain't know what I'm on. But it's cool, though, because I'm going to still be me. I still got to be me,
right?
Regardless.
So people with that type of aspect and character, people that's anywhere in your vicinity still gonna reap the benefits of that. Not solely or not in the levels in which they could. That's why I'd be like, people try to devalue or downplay the aspect of like this. I had to learn this shit. It's like you can get so potent.
No, for sure.
You know, your energy can get so potent, your intellect can get so fucking potent where ain't no having no regular conversations with me.
No, for sure.
You see what I mean? A regular conversation is you know what I'm saying? It's gonna fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna leave you thinking. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I love being able to have those conversations. You know, that's called building. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So if I can't have that conversation, that means you're not a person I can build with. Exactly. But leaving that conversation, we both should have left with some perspective that we can take and utilize and leverage in our lives.
100%.
Right? So a person that'll try to front their move on you, you might not have sat them down and sit them in front of a computer and showed them this or that. If you've been around me and just been able to been around and being able to feed off my insight on some shit, that's enough.
100%.
That's still gold collateral.
100%.
Type shit.
100%.
Because guess what?
When it's not around you, you're going to realize it.
Yeah, because then you'll wake up and start seeing a motherfucker start doing shit in life. Oh, there you go. We just, you know what I'm saying? I wonder where the influence came from.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and that's cool. I don't need no credit, but don't act like, you know what I'm saying?
For sure, because people love it. They try to play you like that, but it's just, all right, go ahead on.
A nigga come bring you a whole idea that you done gave him last week. Like it was their idea.
Where you get that from?
Like, bro.
All right.
Bro. But want you to execute it. Like, bro, come on, man. Let's be respectful.
For sure.
Come on.
For
like
sure.
you gotta, like people, but that's the beauty. Most people, everybody wants to be the it on top and all these other successful, but most people don't want the turbulence that comes along with it, the trials and tribulation that comes along with it, the don't have the discipline that needs to have to make it through that shit, and is not willing to front the bill, physically, mentally, psychologically, before things become a big factor.
Sure.
Most people don't want to start. I see that any smart man, even investor, always looks at the stock market and be like, and keeps their eyes open for new companies,
Sure.
you know what I'm saying? So they can be the first. It's called the first in line, first in time. That's a golden rule. You don't wait until it pop. By the time it pop and everybody talking about it, it's too late. The buy-in price is too high. That's the same thing with people. If I know you already got it, all you need is a couple lights and some shit on you, man.
Let's go.
Let me put my order in. Let me buy 100 shares.
No, for sure.
Let me buy 100 shares of Dre Ali. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
You understand? For sure.
I mean, it is. You pouring each other stock. It's a real thing. 100%. You know? So you got to. It's like I think it's the battle too with I don't know if somebody ever told you this, where it's like it's doing, if I do something for somebody, it has dual purposes. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's because I want to, that's who I am. I'm a general helper and giver and gifter, but within reason, if you're putting money inside of a stock, a bank account and stuff like that, at some point in time, there might be a day that you either want or need to do withdrawal. And you don't expect to go to that same institution that you've been putting your equity into, then the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Motherfucker try to charge you for your money.
No, for sure.
Nigga, you done did. It don't matter what place I am in my life. I've still for my people, for my brother. Like, I will be of service in whatever I can actually do it. 100%. I don't do fucking photography for nobody no more. I don't do videos for nobody no more. I don't do the websites. I don't do none of. There's a bunch of shit I've done. You can't pay me to do type shit if you just because if I allow people to buy my time in those aspects, I become that again. Yep. I've graduated out of that. Oh, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So, but for my people, now I don't need no money. You know what I'm saying? I just need you to keep me in mind. You know what I'm saying? This is my investment. Allow me to get this to you. Mm-hmm. You need me to be the cameraman? Okay, let me put the hat on. So far as they know, I'm just a nigga I'm the cameraman today. I could be, whatever the fuck, they don't know, nor do they need to know. It's irrelevant.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So if it's like the part of the versions of me, a person knows it's a need to know basis. For sure. Because first of all, I don't feel like overly explaining shit.
At all.
It's like now I gotta.
And it be like so much stuff that I didn't forget.
Yeah.
It's like it is what it is. But when we was I painted a mural in this school, we just was gifted, and people was like, "Man, bro, I never even knew you did that." If you didn't know, it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even for you to know. Mm-hmm. even operating in the street, people like, "Man, bro, I ain't know." If you ain't know, you was never supposed to know.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gotta.
So I ain't gotta brag and
whole resume out.
You and no, when people ask like, "What you do?" What don't I do? Mm-hmm. For sure.
That's like the hardest question to answer. Like, so what do you do? I've learned to keep it very. This is my answer. I say I'm a business consultant. Keep it simple.
No, for sure.
I might say, but now I am pushing my technology company. So I'm AI consultant and business development coach. I'll say that. Mm-hmm. Business development coach, AI consultant. So that way I kind of bridge. So now if you give a fuck, you'll ask, oh, what's AI consultant? Exactly. Yeah. Oh, so we have NeoLab that's relevant to as opposed to anything else. Now if I go somewhere else, if I'm at a tribal event, okay, my name goes from Neo to my name is Chief Malik Malachi. Because that's relevant to the circle I'm in. I'm in my indigenous roots right now. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. Other than that, what the fuck am I talking? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So it's like you'll get to learn that if you care to learn about me.
Exactly.
But other than that, it's like, first of all, time is energy and time is money. For sure. So it's like to go off and I realize most people actually still don't give a fuck. I'm only gonna reciprocate energy if it's getting given back to me.
For sure. You
know what I'm saying? It's like shit, because if somebody actually gives a fuck, we building, I can go for days on shit.
Exactly. 100%.
Shit. So a person don't know, I mean, I don't know. You motherfucker need a guide on how to communicate with,
And I ain't giving you one. For sure. I'm not giving you a guide.
So who's been some of your biggest support and motivation? I know the kids
Motivation,
for sure.
I was about to say motivation, it go myself and them babies.
Mm-hmm.
And then support, man, bro. It's really like the mission that I'm on is kind of like you got to use it where you can get it.
Mm-hmm.
So it come from a little bit of everywhere. My mother for sure, the mother of my children for sure. Then like I said, I'm pulling it from where I can get it from because I know a lot of people don't even understand what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like,
right. So you really can't expect for them to.
Can't even expect for you to.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I got to lean on this when I need to.
Mm-hmm.
And they might not even understand they supporting me, but really you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, yeah, that's really in God, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm. So it's still really, you know, that's another phase. So because now the next phase is actually breaking into that circle of support.
100%.
Because because you already know if you've been able to do all this, you know, shit, you know, as an individual by yourself,
100%.
you know, if you was blessed into you see like even the movies and stuff like that, like damn, you know. If you just had, you know, some motherfuckers behind you type shit, like real support center, like accountability partners, and shit like that, like you already know, it's 10 times everything you want to do is gonna happen 10 times faster. It's gonna be 10 times bigger, you know. So and that's a timeline right now.
100%.
And your shit already enhanced just by being here right now. So
100%. Not like you. I feel it. Boom. Yesterday and today.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know it's coming because like I walk into certain rooms and certain things are there, and I'm like, oh, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tap in with that because that's something I need.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact that's gonna support me on this. And
just
you know
keep
what I'm
going.
saying?
I think go back to what Will was saying on his interview. He was like, "You almost to the top, my brother." He said, "Just keep going. Don't quit. Don't quit when you like." I know that should be like, you know, because you're doing all this stuff without the acknowledgement, without the flowers, without the, you know, all this stuff, probably without the pay. 100%. You know, it's a that long game. Something that long game take 100%. A certain breed.
No, for sure.
You know, especially
and it's gonna expose.
Yeah,
it's gonna expose you if you built for it or not.
Especially if you maintaining, you know, the true aspects of true self along the way. Because a lot of motherfuckers just, you know, sell themselves out to get in this particular position and stuff 100%. Like that. You know, and you got to keep up with that shit. 100%. You know, so it's like, you know, and I'd rather go the long route and take every aspect of self with it, you know, and be able to do what I want to do by choice. Not by force, 100%. And I want to control, and I want to control my own board.
100%.
You know, so all right. So we are on the Owe None Demand Everything podcast. When you hear the phrase "Owe None Demand Everything," what comes to mind for you?
Well, it's me.
You.
That's me, 100%. It's like it's hard to even explain it. Like, you know, owe nobody nothing. You got to demand everything. You know what I'm saying? And people ain't going to give you nothing, so I got to demand it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the energy I move with all the time. People be like, man, people, you know what I'm saying? People respect you. And no, I demanded that.
Right.
I demanded that.
Respect is not given.
100%.
Respect is not given, 100%. Especially not from Chicago.
Not for sure.
You got to do the most. Chicago is relentless for your ass could be, you could be building a skyrocket. And you could break that shit down. Hey man, look, I'm in the final developments of the, I think this one can make it to Mars and blah blah blah. You run that shit past 10 niggas. 9 of them niggas gonna be like,
I'm gonna give about none of that. What did you even talking about?
He gonna go into a conversation what the fuck he doing.
For sure.
like what? Did you not hear what the fuck I just said?
No, for sure.
It's like it don't matter what because the Negro mentality from Chicago hood is not significant. It does not. A Chicago nigga is not impressed by another Chicago nigga until that nigga create distance.
100%.
Now, your ass create some distance. I created so much distance. People think I moved out of town.
100%.
People think, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you could. All you got to do is create a little bit of distance. And they'll be like, hey, boy, put me on.
And start showing.
I'm trying to do what you're doing.
Exactly.
The whole time, you don't even know. I really ain't changed nothing up. But I ain't around your head no more.
you start showing them different people and different things that they don't, that's not in the circumference.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, now what you're saying must be is validated to
100%.
them because in their mind it's like a subconscious slave mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you still on the same shit.
We in the same spot.
And low key, I understand that.
100%.
I get it. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. It's fucked up, but I kind of get it at the same time.
For sure.
Because you know what, I still use that too to this day because it's still like in business, right? Of course, because of the internet and stuff like that, now anybody can fucking turn guru overnight. So now it's like, but it's certain things you have to you can analyze to determine if the person that is trying to provide you with a particular thing or service is even in the position to be able to provide that.
No, for sure.
Right? So that's when your strategic judgment has to come into place. It's like, nah, you're not, like a motherfucker trying to sell me some life insurance, but I can feel in his energy, this nigga don't even got no life insurance. You see what I mean? It's like,
Hey, man.
you know,
No, for real.
it's a real thing.
For real. And that's definitely what's going on now because it's like everybody, like you said, you overnight turn guru. Everybody on these classes and everybody doing everything.
It devalues.
I do real estate now. You don't even own a property, bro.
Say I do.
I do real estate now. No, boy, you went to a seminar, boy. And then you joined one of them pyramids.
Talking about put 10 people on a piece of paper that I know. Like, nigga, you ain't finna be calling my like, come on, man. Figure your shit out first before you try to get real me and all my assets in. Figure that shit out first.
100%.
That's the rule. Figure that shit. You do it first.
100%.
You be your prime example first. You be that's the rule. That's the law. Eat off, get high on your own supply, and not unless you're doing drugs or whatever. But get high on your own supply when it comes to business. Before, if you're doing credit repair, nigga, fix your shit first.
100%.
You in real estate, nigga, you buy yourself a house first, nigga.
100%.
You know, anything. That's my law with everything. And the easy way to get paid, and then you need experience. And the easy way, people jump into trying to be a this in a career or in an industry without the experience when you should take advantage of the fact of you can easily. I have a 10 rule, a 10-10 rule. Mm-hmm. So if I decide I wanted to get in a particular industry, I'm gonna service 10 people for free, right? And now I might get a donation here and there, whatever like that. No, these are gonna be immediate family and friends. Mm-hmm. Oh, you need this done? Let me work on it. So I'm gaining experience. Yeah. You see what I mean? And you don't probably get a couple dollars in the midst of that too. So technically, you're getting paid for experience now. So now, guess what? Now you got a portfolio. Mm-hmm. You have proof of concept. Now you went through all the bullshit. Now you figure out the pros and cons of you see what I mean? You don't test the market out on real customers, on new customers. You see what I mean? It's like, it's so many different. But I can see it. But again, I'm worried about because the majority of our people are behind when it comes to aspects of financial literacy, business. Again, failure to identify. Yep. They don't see. Our people are like, lights, camera. The people that are coming and finessing the game have learned like they're not trying to master the skill level within that industry or genre. Mm-hmm. They're more so focused on the perception. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna get the watch. I'm gonna come with the chain, and it's gonna look good when I pull up.
Get the money.
Exactly.
Run up the bag and figure it out later.
Exactly.
And they be super confident with that shit.
100%.
And then most motherfuckers, I've had conversations with people. Most people, some of them don't even care to ever actually be an expert. Mm-hmm. Or actually, as long as that shit sell, they gonna sell it.
100%.
You know, and to me, that's against the law. Oh, for sure. That's against the law, the universal laws, moral codes, whatever like that. And again, it dilutes the business. It dilutes your brand. It dilutes the industry. It gives a bad taste in people's mouth. It fucks up the game for people that actually are in the know. Uh-huh. That are providing solid services and shit for the people. No, for sure. You know, because once motherfucker get finessed and screwed by one of us, it's like we all gonna be in that category now. Sure. So now I gotta deal with the bullshit that this nigga like, well, you know, but yeah, we have to we have to start properly identifying, evaluating what's being presented in front of us, and everything is not what it seems to be, especially with this fucking internet these days. But that's what none demand everything with me for me is that, you know, because you can't be in a position of power if you walking around owing motherfuckers. One, you know, you taking that's what taking handouts, you know, taking favors or exhausting resources before you're in a position to actually receive it.
No, for sure.
Some people don't even be in position too. Like, why you even ask for that? Why you even, you know, say now when you need it, it ain't gonna be there because you're not in position.
You didn't exhausted it. You used it. I let people do that with hey man, let me hold this. All right.
That's gonna cost you.
For sure.
let me hold I only lend out to people that got good credit. You know what I'm saying? Sure. It's like people that got good credit, you know, like you know, and then it's not even considered that. It's like, you know, that this person's word is bond. You know, this person not gonna even sleep at night, you know, without reciprocating that back or whatever 100%. Like that, you know. And it's like that. But then, you know, if I'm in a need, I'm secure in that because I got security, you know. And that's what true partnerships in business, that's what true brotherhood is. You know, is knowing that these are the people you're dealing with. You know, like they really have your best interests at mind. You know what I'm saying? I said, like, you gotta fuck with people that think about you at night, like pause, like think about you at night, like yo, like what can I do for you? You know what I'm saying? Like man, like if I focus on, you know, empowering you and you focus on empowering me, we can't help but to empower each other.
You see what I'm saying? that fall into every category of your life, especially relationships. It's like if I don't even got to worry about pouring into myself. As long as I'm pouring over here and you pouring back, then we good.
But if you pouring into a motherfucker, they hit the road. They supposed to turn the block. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers kept going.
Keep going.
So now you pouring into point, and now you left with an empty tank.
No, for sure.
That's how that shit be. It's like pull back in, like again, we start pushing people out there. Like we have the power to actually to make people great. To be honest, you know, push people in, like yo, and you know, I've been in situations doing this shit for a minute. To be honest with you, it's like where we can purposely, like, you know, brand a motherfucker up and like we finna press the button on you. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then it's like, you know, we realized why that shit didn't work because we wasn't allowing people to go through the actual care. We were just basing things on, oh, they're a good artist. Oh, they're a good model. Oh, they're a good this. That's not enough.
It's not. Character
we cannot no longer invest in the thing or the we got to invest in the person. Is the person a good investment? Because if the person is a good investment, we can decide to make anybody anything. You know what I'm saying? Things can be learned. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so that's what I had to learn that shit the supreme hard way. You know, but because being losing time and investing in people and stuff like that, being hurt from people, you know, backstabbing you, turning their back on you, you know, trying to sabotage shit, that can put you in a space where you don't want to fuck with nobody no more.
100%.
So I'm glad for me, I've able to experience that and be able to now learn my lesson because that's still my fault.
100%.
You know, so I got to take accountability. I can't just say
everything.
That person did that. Everything. Well, that person did what I allowed them to do.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at them because I was ignorant to the fact. Because the whole time they showed me who the fuck they was. So 100%. That's just what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
So what you want to leave the people with, bro? First of all, let them know where to follow you at. Anything you got coming up next. You know.
Man, you could follow me on Instagram at d.dollarsign. That's d.dollarsign. And then, man, we working. You know what I'm saying? 100%. We working. You'll see what's coming next when it comes. So,
yeah.
For sure, like, and that's really it. Like, something I want to lead the people with. And stop being afraid to be you. Right? For a second, I dealt with, like, worrying about how people will feel about certain moves that I made
Trying to satisfy everybody.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the other day somebody had asked me something like, asked me for success tips.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, nah, I can give you a failure one.
Because you learn more from failure than you do.
100%. Try to please everybody. It's the fastest way to lose. Fastest way to fail. You know what I'm saying? You're going to fail yourself and them trying to please them.
Because you can't do it anyway.
Because most people don't even know what they want. So they'll be asking you for something and they don't even know what it come with to get. You don't even really want this. You know what I'm saying? So for sure, stop being afraid to be yourself. Man, and just take control of your life. Like, that's it, that's all. Take control of your life. Stop allowing other outside whatever to affect what you got going on. No, I'm on what I'm on.
100%.
And if you ain't on what I'm on,
Get the fuck
out my way expeditiously. And if you don't want to move, I'm going to move you for sure.
100%.
100%.